Hi, I am Siri.
I'm Jason.
We're Local Roots Farm, outside of Seattle, about half an hour outside of Seattle in the Snoqualmie Valley on the traditional tribal lands of the Tulalip and Snoqualmie tribes. We are located in the Snoqualmie River floodplain, and we grow about 15 acres of produce for sale to restaurants, and we have a large CSA, and we have a little honor system farm stand. And of our 15 acres, we actually grow like a disproportionate amount of radicchio because we love it so much. And so this year, I think like an acre and a half of our 15 acres is radicchio.
Why?
I don't know, but we're going to look at some of it.
Who's going to buy it? I don't know.
And we've been farming for 15 years, and we've been growing radicchio since day one because we're obsessed with it. And Jason's going to talk about some of the varieties and spacings and stuff.
Yeah. So what we are standing next to is this is our second to last seed date of the year. So these would be varieties that we would intend to be harvesting in like December, January, February. We've got Rosalba here, which is the like Rosa del Veneto pink guy. And we've got some Rosa di Gorizia, which are a really wonderful forcing variety that we learned a bunch about when we went to Italy this past fall with Lane and Cassie and a bunch of other farmers. The Radicchio Expedition, which I think you're going to be learning about on our Chicory TV today. So what's really neat, so we, over the years, have experimented with all sorts of different seed dates and varieties, and we're sort of like honing in on some that work for us in our particular climate and our latitude and region and soil type and all of that. And so what we really like about these is that they are super cold tolerant, so it can snow and it can freeze. And in fact, even if they get flooded, because these are a forcing variety that we harvest root and all and bring inside to regrow, we feel more or less comfortable selling them after they've been flooded because the part that people are eating didn't exist at the time when it was flooded.
It's fresh and new growth and delicious.
New growth.
And what is the expected harvest window for the Rosa di Gorizia?
Yeah, so we'll be picking these probably starting in February. What normally will happen is it'll get cold and the leaves will die back. And then at some point, like around February 1st, like something changes and the plants in the field start putting on a little bit of new growth. I think the like lengthening days signal something to the plants. And at that point, we will start digging them and bringing the roots inside. And I think that maybe people have been learning about this from other CRIB farms that they visited. But then all of that solar energy that the plants stored all summer long, the photosynthesis is being stored in the roots, and then you bring them inside, you warm them up again, and they say, it's spring, let's grow some more. And so they grow new leaves. And when you do it in the dark and you do it in these relatively simple and like amazingly old-fashioned way, you get something that is just so beautiful. It looks like a rose. It truly does look like a red rose. And so this is a variety that we only started growing a couple of years ago, and we're super excited about it.
And I was going to say, our goal with the varieties that we choose is to really have as long of a season to offer radicchio as possible. So we found some really great varieties from Italian companies that mature very early. So we'll start selling radicchio as early as maybe mid to late July. And in a year where we get lucky with weather, with flooding, with freezing, we can have radicchio available all the way through to about, late March through forcing. We're in a kind of a uniquely challenging place to farm, although it is beautiful, and we like to think of it as the Veneto of North America, with our extra cold and extra warm, because we're, unlike a lot of other valleys in Western Washington, we are set inland from the water, so our temperature are a bit more extreme. But we're always kind of looking for creative and different ways to manage supply. So that could be storage varieties, which we've been doing a lot of work with the last few years. And now we're getting more into the exploring the mysterious world of forcing, but all with the objective of like, no matter what the winter brings us, we'll have radicchio for the people.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go in here?
Yeah, I think we should. So what's cool maybe not so cool. We are in a floodplain, and you know, a month from now or less, we could be underwater, and we might be rowing a boat above these fields. And so one of the many things that we do is, you know, we're always sort of have an eye to that. And so we grow some varieties that are really good for storing.
Not this one.
Not this one. This is just a boring old non-storage Kyoja variety. This is
Get in there.
I think it's 40, 50. I'm gonna harvest it.
No, you do it.
Because this is actually one of our lower fields, we put some of our less good storing varieties. Yeah, that's nice.
That's
though.
a fatty.
Yeah, that is 40-50 from TNT, which is a really, really nice, like summer to like late fall, but not good keeper Kyoja variety.
Here, I'll hold that, and you can go do the let's look at the
Yeah.
chorizo. So like Jason was saying, this is a field where we are growing kind of a weird mix of stuff that we actually do want to overwinter. It's hard to perceive, but there's higher ground over there. This is a little bit lower, so we'll be picking out all of this in the next, I don't know,
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so it's always so fun. I think one of the things about radicchio that I really like is it's got this really big taproot that goes deep in the soil. I think it mines a lot of minerals and nutrients that would go below the root systems of a lot of plants. And then when you harvest it, you peel away a lot of leaves. And so you leave a pretty good amount of organic matter here. And all of this foliage and everything has the minerals and nutrients that the root system brought up from fairly low. So we always think of radicchio as kind of like a good nutrient cycling crop. Like obviously we're taking out a lot of biomass and nutrients, but we're also leaving a ton of stuff for whatever we grow in this field next year to use. Which I feel like one of the things that I think is so cool about chicories is that we barely fertilize. They're such a like low input crop, and I think they leave the field in a better condition.
There's controversy about.
Oh, I know. Some people do. Some people like to give them a lot of fertilizer.
But also another thing we're learning about, which is, you know, why chicory is so fun and amazing and never boring, is that certain varieties are bred for a higher input system, and some varieties are bred for lower input systems. So that's just like wrinkle after wrinkle of things to consider.
Yep.
When you're growing this magical crop. Do you want to go look at the Costa Rosa?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, that one's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a new variety for us. We grew it for the first time last year. That is a one which is basically it's like a Rosa di Verona type where somebody, here, would you hold this?
Yeah.
I guess saw this red rib. So as you'll notice, most radicchio have the rib on the leaf is white. And this one has this beautiful, Costa Rosa actually means red.
Oh, look at that.
So beautiful.
Dang. Nice find. Yeah. There's a lot of genetic variability in this variety.
Yeah, because it's
refined.
new.
Yeah, but wow, that looks fake.
It's stunning, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little more, Jason, about like the expedition and the varieties and the breeders? Do we have anything to showcase?
Well, this is one. I'm pretty sure this is from Levantia, which is a plant breeder that we met when we went to the Veneto this past January. And this is one of their 3 new varieties that we're trying. 2 of them are the Rosa del Veneto types. They're pink.
The pink.
And this one is just so awesome and unusual. And it was really neat. We went to the Veneto and we met all of these amazing plant breeders, Italian radicchio lovers who are just on the same amazing like mission and path that we're on. And it's a wonderful thing to share.
Yeah. So thanks for touring our crib, and please enjoy radicchio on a daily basis. We love you.